Hello everyone, Phase 2 of the TU16 Season 10 PTS goes live today, and they released a patch notes last night. So in today's video, I just wanted to go over those patch notes with all the changes that are coming with the debuffs and buffs that they've done as well. There's been a lot of feedback from the Phase 1 PTS, including from ourselves when we played it, and they have took note of all of this. So we're going to go over those patch notes today so you can see what has changed for the Phase 2 of the PTS. And I want to know what you think. I'll let you know what I think. And you can play Phase 2 from today. It's going live from about the same time as I release this video. It's 1 PM UK today that you're able to play the PTS Phase 2 and give some more feedback on the changes that they have made. And you haven't had a chance to play it yet, well, you can play it now. You've got all the new countdown difficulty modes, which you can play. You can see on screen now from Phase 1 when I was playing it solo. It's really, really good. You've got the new legendary missions on there, Manning National Zoo and Tidal Basin as well. We played that on Phase 1 of the PTS. I'm hoping to get a stream in at some point on Phase 2. It's probably going to be Monday because I've got a busy weekend. But we're going to be trying Tidal Basin Legendary ourselves on Monday, hopefully. So it's all exciting. Let me know what you think about these changes. We're going to go over the patch notes today. And if you do enjoy the video, please do hit like, share, and subscribe if you're new here for more content from me. So there it is, Phase 2 of the Season 10 PTS patch notes with all the changes. We're going to quickly go through this. I will link it as well down in the video description if you want to go and read it yourself later in full. But the patch notes, the preload was available yesterday, Thursday, September the 1st, and Phase 2 is scheduled to go live on Friday, September the 2nd at approximately 1 PM Central European Time. They've renamed the gear brand set that's new in Season 10. The gear brand set was named Acrobuzz Brazos, but that's going to Brazos the Acrobus. And they've changed the free-piece set bonus as well, award from 20% ammo capacity to 20% magazine size. The talent name has changed as well for the Perfected Overclock. It's changed to Perfect Overclock, all minor changes, but they have buffed the Perfect Overclock talent. Allies within 15-meter radius of players' deployed skills will gain 30% reload speed and reduce the active cooldowns by 0.6 seconds each second. And they've added a new brand logo as well. They've made changes for the named holster. This was a big discussion point. So this Picarus holster, which was the named holster, came with 20% weapon damage, and you could have another core attribute on it as well. You could have armor, or you could have skill tier with that. It looked an incredible piece. I was excited to get it and use it on my build. I didn't really have an issue with it myself, apart from obviously it would become best in slot, but no more so like Fox's Pro or Contractor's Gloves. But what they've done is they've removed the 20% weapon damage bonus from the attributes, and instead the Picarus holster is now going to provide a 20% weapon damage perfect core attribute and roll a normal 2 random attributes. So you're no longer going to get that second core, which means you can't have a skill tier or armor as well as that 20%. So they've changed that. The Umbra Initiative gear set, there was a lot of feedback around that from Phase 1. They're saying it wasn't strong enough. So what they've said is, based on our tests and player feedback, we concluded that the offensive bonus provided with the Umbra Initiative gear set wears out too fast, so it felt meaningful. To address this, they've decided to reduce the stacks attribution. So while out of cover, agent losses is 2 stacks instead of 4 per second at normal speed, and 1 stack instead of 2 at sprinting. Into the light talent, they've decided to boost the healing bonus provided by the Umbra Initiative gear set while in cover, so increased armor regeneration from 0.5 to 0.8% when consumed. Added in-game models for Umbra Initiative gear set on female body types. There's been a gear rebalance ongoing directive. They fixed an issue where hollow point ammo would not give bonus damage to party members. And here's the big one. This one came out yesterday. I've seen a few people talking about it. They've reworked the Striker's Battle gear set. So with the addition of the Heartbreaker gear set in Season 9, Striker has lost its place as a pure offensive beast that it was designed to be. Additionally, the fix to make Heartbreaker stacks additive instead of multiplicative also needs to be applied to Striker for both sets to behave consistently. We're taking this change into account and are rebalancing to make sure it doesn't result in reduction of its damage bonus. So they've changed damage modifier from multiplicative to additive, and Striker's Gamble weapon hits increase total weapon damage by 0.65%, stacking up to 100 times, 2 stacks lost per second between 0 to 50 stacks, 3 stacks lost per second between 51 and 100 stacks. Press the advantage increases max stacks of Striker's Gamble from 101 to 150, 4 stacks lost per second between 100 and 150 stacks, 5 stacks lost per second between 151 and 200 stacks. And risk management increases total weapon damage gain per stack of Striker's Gamble from 0.65% to 1%. What do you think of these changes? Now, I've not been a huge Striker gear set fan myself, never really ran a Striker build, but I know in my streams a lot of you do. Interesting to hear your thoughts on that. When Season 10 does drop, I'm definitely going to put a Striker build together and see how good it is. Weapons, the exotic weapons, the Doctor Home, they were happy with the fancy and exotic mechanic of the weapon, but they agree it needs a bit of a kick. So what they've done with that, they've increased the RPM from 200 to 350 and fixed an issue with the armor kit dropping from unmarked targets. The busy little bee they've changed as well. They basically just made sure you switch to weapon now or something. They say here each shot to a different target will give 1 stack up to a 10 max, with each stack giving 20% weapon damage increase, and stacks will activate once the weapon is switched and it will last for 10 seconds. Changing weapon again during the said 10 seconds will cancel the buff. The name shotgun, the lefty, this was huge discussion in phase 1 of the PTS. It was so overpowered and we knew they were going to change it, and they have done that. They've changed the damage values from the MOP name shotgun to ACS 12 shotgun. Yes, it was too powerful, they said. They changed the RPM and magazine size to match the ACS 12 shotgun, so the RPM is 300, mag size is 20. And there's also been some quality of life improvements for phase 2. They've added an option to hide signature weapon in the weapon options in the signature weapons inventory screen. They've adjusted shade watch. Players can assign multiple points at once. Added an option to sell from stash at each vendor. Players can sell stuff too. Starting from World Tier 5 and above, exotic components will now have a chance to drop from control point chests, starting from alert level 3 and DZ chests. That's brilliant, because a lot of people's complaints at the minute when I'm playing with them is that with the expertise system and the leveling up of all your weapons, there's too many exotics needed to do that. So allowing you to now get exotic components from control points and DZ chests, I think that's really good move from them. Also, starting from World Tier 5 and above, exotic items will now have a small chance to drop from any NPC in the entire game, starting from challenging difficulty. So the chance increases with higher difficulties. That again is huge. So again, going back to the previous complaint where exotic components were too hard to get, you can now get a random exotic drop from any NPC in the game. So this means it won't just be named enemies, it's going to allow for plenty more exotics to drop on the game. Absolutely huge changes there, and very good moves, I think, and some great quality of life improvements. And they've said on the final point there, drastically reduced the log off timer for hardcore characters from 30 to 2 seconds in order to reduce instances of players finding the hardcore characters dead after a crash or disconnect. This is something we discuss a lot about. We play hardcore, there's a lot of people that play the hardcore mode, and so many people lose their characters through deltas and things like that. What happens is, on a delta, you will still be in the instance, so you'll be kicked out of the game, but your hardcore character is left in that instance for 30 seconds. So in that 30 seconds, if that character dies, you log back in, it's gone, it's wiped, you've got to start again. So they've reduced that to 2 seconds. I imagine that is going to save a lot of people's hardcore characters, and again, is a fantastic quality of life improvement. Kudos to those. I think they are really good. Let me know what you think down in the comments. So some absolute huge changes there for phase 2 of the PTS, some not expected. The Strikers gear set rework, all those quality of life improvements. That's great news for hardcore players on the game, or people wanting to play hardcore. I know a lot of people were kind of like staying away from it because of the horror stories that they heard. So I think those are some great changes, and exotics are going to be dropping more. You can get exotic components from control points now, DZ chests. You can just get random exotics dropping anywhere in the game as well. I think this is really good, and this is going to go in the PTS Phase 2 today, so we can have a look at that on Monday when we play it and see how it works. The last PTS, it was dropping exotics like there was no tomorrow. It was insane. It's as if they added exotics to the targeted loot. It was really good. I doubt it's going to be like that now. We'll get a true representation of how it's going to happen. I look forward to getting onto it. I'm gutted I can't get on tonight or the weekend, but we'll be definitely playing it on Monday to see all these changes in place. It's some great changes. Very excited for them. And Season 10 shaping up to be one good season on the Division 2. Some real good changes coming in, especially with the countdown mode as well. I'm really excited. I can't wait for future changes as well, and future additions to the game in Season 11. But that's it for this video. Just wanted to update you on that today. Let me know in the comments what you think about all these changes. As definitely the Striker gear set, and because I don't use that build, I'll put one together, as I said, in Season 10 and see how it works. But are you happy with the changes they've made to that, along with they did some changes to another gear set before that as well. So they are updating gear sets as we go too, which is good. I'm going to end it there. Thank you for watching. Please do hit like and share to support the video. Subscribe for more content from me. And we do have a fantastic community as well. So if you're new here today, come and check us out. It's linked at the top of the video description. Until next time, until Monday, have a great weekend. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and peace out.